There was news that I saw today about BMW and Apple Carplay service. As you know, cars more recently have this connectivity to your smartphones. If they are, if your phone is Android, you can connect with Android Auto. That's the connection type I think it's called, or the environment it's called, and Apple CarPlay for Apple phones, iPhones. And BMW in its last generation now 2019 2020 cars supports, I don't know if the previous version, but it supports Apple CarPlay but not Android Auto. um, yeah, there can be some selectivity among manufacturers, but that's not the thing that I want to discuss. That alone might be a bummer for somebody who has Android phone and want to purchase a BMW and see that they won't be able to have that type of connectivity. But BMW apparently also confirmed this rumor or this news that Apple CarPlay they are offering now as a subscription service. Apparently, you can actually, you do actually have to purchase it or had to purchase it for $300. It's called lifetime service, but in parentheses on the news article it said 20 years, which is, yeah, for many cars, 20 years is the lifetime of the car. Not really uh, a big issue. But apparently they offer this as a separate cost, not within the car's cost. You know, when you purchase a car that supports, let's say, Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, you purchase the car and you pay the car's price. You don't separately pay for the service. Okay, you might have to pay for maybe an infotainment system upgrade that supports it, but this might be, or this is probably a technical upgrade or a hardware upgrade to support it. So in other words, you don't normally purchase a car with hardware for such connectivity available, but not activated and sold separately. Just like basically you would purchase a game, the DLC information or the data is inside the disk, but is not activated until you pay more. That's some tactics in gaming industry that nobody really likes. I guess people mostly have abandoned it, but they still include some data, I guess, in the initial downloads or in the initial DVD or Blu-ray disc or whatever. Um, so this is like the latter. So the BMW can or does support Apple CarPlay, but apparently you had to purchase it for $300 or something. Now, as an alternative to that, I guess they are not getting rid of that. As an alternative to that, it is like free for the first year. So you don't have to pay that $300. But after the first year, you pay approximately $80 per year for the ongoing service. So it's like satellite radio. You get some complimentary, like 3 months satellite radio or something like that. And then you have to pay for it, right? That's serious service, exam service or whatever. Uh, yeah, so they are turning it into something like satellite radio that you have to pay continuously. Now, I don't know how they justify it. If they justify it with some regular software updates, then again, car companies do update their infotainment systems. Maybe not as frequent as cell phone updates or something, but whenever you go to a maintenance, they can be offered for free. They should be offered for free to get rid of some bugs, to add some functionality and improve experience and improve speed and whatnot. Now BMW is seeing, or maybe is doing the regular maintenance, but now is offering this as a service. The reason why it is um, not good, or in fact bad, is that it can give an example to other companies. So I don't know, for example, the Mercedes, the rival car manufacturer, does that. I don't know. And the $300 extra price that was the case so far, neither is the $80 per year is a big cost, but in the former one you only pay it once and you forget about it. And many people would choose, somebody who would purchase the BMW car would choose to pay that $300. On the other hand, why are you offering this as an extra? Just include it in the car price and you're good to go, because somebody who pays like at least $30,000 plus in the United States wouldn't mind 1% more, paying 1% more for the car price. So you don't have to make it optional, to be honest. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand that. That's the other thing. So, you don't pay separately for the rear view camera or lane assist. Well, you pay them separately, but you pay them as a hardware separately. It's not like it is installed, but in order to turn it on, you have to pay. You understand what I'm saying? So the chip, the electronics, and etc. are added to the car, and you pay for that technology, not for the usage of a technology that is part of the car, which in the case of a subscription service is how they want to do it. And does it mean this is now the thing that luxury car manufacturers gonna do for Mercedes? Audi is also a luxury brand. Are they gonna do it? Lexus, and is it going to spread to regular car manufacturers? I hope they don't. And if I am not, a brand loyalist, I would then, consider if I were to purchase a Mercedes or a BMW, and then that alone, not due to the price maybe itself, but mostly because I'm just constantly paying them something as a service, I might just go the Mercedes route, right? And there are a minority of people who are not rich at all, can still afford the car, especially the used cars, at more affordable prices, and therefore don't want to be paying all these extra money. And for that, BMW is now a choice that is harder to justify. So for the second-hand usage, which will eventually affect the first purchases to some degree, but again, not majority of them, is going to still be a negative thing. And in general, just extracting more and more money is not something that consumers wants to be subjected to. So therefore, I hope BMW reverses this. They don't even offer Android Auto. I hope they offer it. Or if, for example, iPhone is seen as a luxury brand, and therefore that service is for subscription, then Android Auto shouldn't be, right? They don't offer that alternative either. So I think BMW is gonna get some negative criticism like I'm doing, and certain shoppers for these cars might actually switch to other brands, which is a shame because the car is designed and looks otherwise really nice for their luxury pricing. Yeah, so I hope I hope that consumers also make their voice heard and kind of give the message to car manufacturers, in this case BMW, to stay away from such tactics, because this is against the widespread utilization of technologies of car connectivity, which becomes more and more important and integrated to our smartphones that everybody has. Yeah, these are my thoughts about this issue.